Hey everyone! So today I'm going to be doing my pregnancy hits and misses video. As I mentioned in my last one, this video is all about like different pieces of advice, different products, different ideas, different apps that have all been suggested to me throughout my pregnancy that have been like, oh yeah, this is like the miracle product, like you need it, or this is the miracle piece of advice. And sometimes that can be true, and sometimes that can be so off. So today I'm just going to be going through those types of things with you. I'm also going to be sharing a few things that I hadn't heard of, but I found to be amazing. So this is going to be a mix. I'll just tell you about each product individually kind of thing and show you what products I truly found to be hits and misses. So I think I'm going to start with the hits first and then move on to the misses. First hit I have would be a prescription. I'm not going to show you the front of the bottle for you. All you have to know is that I went to my doctor, and this is Diclectin. They are little tiny baby pills. They have a cute little pregnant woman on them, and they are specifically for morning sickness during pregnancy. If you are experiencing any morning sickness at all and you are finding that it's interrupting or interfering with your life, go to your doctor and request it. If most doctors won't have any problem prescribing it to you at all. It is 100% safe during pregnancy, and it will like after a few days it will almost completely be rid you of your morning sickness symptoms if it's not that bad. If it's a little on the worst side, it will most of the time help those symptoms. You might have a couple of days where it's not so bad, but it won't be every single day, which is a lifesaver. I would 100% recommend this. First, second, third trimester, it doesn't matter. If you're experiencing morning sickness, you should go to your doctor and request this. Second product for the second trimester in particular are Tums. You wouldn't believe how many people suggested these to me, and I was like, you know what, I'm not gonna need like Tums. Like, I haven't experienced any heartburn at all until like 18 weeks, and then I was like, holy shit, what's happening to me? Never experienced this before, and it turned out to be heartburn. So I probably went through 2 or 3 of these. This is one of the best ones I found, is the assorted berry. This is the regular Tums, and then you can also get the smoothie kind. Both the smoothie kind I get in the tropical fruit, I think. And they're just amazing. They won't work 100% if you have horrible heartburn. If so, then you might need to go to your doctor, get a prescription. But if you have minor heartburn, these work amazing. Next thing I have are these breakfast essentials from Carnation. They're just little breakfast drinks that include different vitamins and minerals in them. Like, it's 50% of your daily iron, 50% of your daily calcium, 18 vitamins and minerals, and 15 grams of protein per drink. These I found were amazing when I was having some of my worst morning sickness, and I still drink them all the time. I got the box like this, and you just mix it in with milk, but you can also get them pre-made if you're a very on-the-go person. I know that Similac makes one specifically for moms, and I'll insert a picture here. These ones are supposed to be just like this, but specifically formulated for pregnant women, so it includes folic acid. But I didn't know of those. I just picked up these and thought this was amazing, but I bet the Similac ones would be just as good, and they'd probably be a little tiny bit better for you with the folic acid. But I found that these were amazing, and I could always keep them down, which was like my number one thing when you're having morning sickness. Something that doesn't make you want to go get sick. Awesome. So, yeah, the Carnation Breakfast Essential Shakes, amazing. The next thing I have is the Honest Company hand sanitizer spray. Now, this stuff is so perfect if you're pregnant. It's perfect for anybody, like moms, pregnant people, not pregnant people. It's really good for everybody. But it is amazing if you are pregnant, just because you need to because your immune system is down so much, you need to keep your hands sanitized. and because you're going to the bathroom so much, let's be honest here, ladies. So I just love this because it doesn't dry out your hands. It's easy to just spray on. If you have kids, it's easy to just spray on their hands. It's non-toxic if you have kids, because, you know, that's going to soon be a priority for me. It's non-toxic if you have kids, so you can spray it on their hands. If they put their hands in their mouth right afterward, it's not a big deal. I found this was really good. If you get it on the Honest website, it is $7 in the Essential bundle, and if you buy it without the bundle, it's $3.95. I picked mine up at Motherhood Maternity for $5, I believe, but I do have the Honest Essential bundle, so I will be ordering those as soon as they come back in stock, because I find that these are always out of stock, which is a good sign. So the next hit for pregnancy, I must say, would be books specific to your region about pregnancy. You'd be surprised how many other books I've found on the market that give advice that is completely irrelevant to me because they don't know where the fuck I live. But these books, I got these specifically from my doctor. Most doctors you have to request them from. She just gives them to all of her patients. But I've heard from other people that most of the time you have to request them from your doctor. But these are just the Alberta Health Services, pregnancy and birth, and then the early years. And these have had so much useful information that pertains specifically to my hospital, to my situation, to my opportunities to raise my children. So I would 100% recommend these. These were free, by the way. No money spent whatsoever, completely free. So if you haven't got any from your doctor, definitely ask them to see if there are any books specifically pertaining to your area. Yours mightn't be free, even if you have to pay for them. It's better to pay for a book that's specific to your area and specific to your situation than for a book that is completely irrelevant to you. I'm a researcher, so to me, I read through this whole book in 2 days because I need to know every bit of information that I could about my little girls. These are fantastic. Can't recommend them enough. Go to your doctor and request some books specific to your area. The next thing, and this does have some of our personal information, so I'm going to try to not show you as much as I can, but this is the Bumps birth plan. So amazing. And this is, you'd think it wouldn't be a big deal, but to me, writing a birth plan was so complicated. I was like, how do I phrase this? How do I make sure that I am putting everything in correctly so that it's not misunderstood? If you just search up, on the Bumps website, they do have this, but if you're not already on the Bumps website and you don't really know how to find it, just Google the Bump birth plan. And what this is it's little boxes for every single decision that you would have to make on a birth plan. Like, there's some here, like, please note that I have, and then there's different things that you can have throughout pregnancy, like group B strep, an HR incompatibility, gestational diabetes. My delivery is planned, vaginally, C-section, and they get really specific as well, which is lovely, because, of course, hospitals like to be very specific. Like, I would like to hold the baby immediately after suctioning, after weighing, after wiped clean. Like, everything is very, very specific, which is great. If you're having trouble doing up your birth plan, go and print this one out. Just print out 4 or 5 copies like you would with any birth plan, because you need tons to give everybody. But I found this was just awesome. My last pregnancy hit that isn't like apps, because I'm going to do apps and advice after. My last physical pregnancy hit would be a body pillow. Now, this was probably one of the most hyped up, one of the most hyped up things about pregnancy that everyone was like, oh my god, get a body pillow, they're amazing. I decided to go with the Breast Friend because it also came with this insert for your belly. Not only that, but this one was like $50 cheaper than the other one, and I'm all about needing things, but paying $120 for a pillow that I'm going to use every once in a while throughout my, like, I'm going to use 2 or 3 times in my life for about a year, really doesn't make sense to me, especially when I'm having a baby and there's other things that I could be spending that money on. But oh my god, get a pregnancy pillow. Doesn't matter how much you spend on it, but This one, I got it off of Amazon, $49.99. If you're looking for a good one, this one's amazing. It's just great to have. It gives you some support in between your knees, gives your belly some support, gives your breast some support, gives your head support. Really, it's just an all-in-one pillow. It's amazing. And there's even a little thing here if you want to take the pillow out and wash the cover, which I'm still going to need to do because it's getting rotten, because I use it like every single day. Definitely an amazing item that's worth the hype during pregnancy is a pregnancy pillow. On to the electronic hits. I just have a few pregnancy apps. Actually, I only have one pregnancy app that I absolutely love, and that is called Ovia. Just looks like that. Just looks like that. Ovia pregnancy. This is my profile, and with this you can go in and you can log different things that are going on that day. So see, you can log in notes, you can write in milestones, doctor's appointments, your weight, your sleep, your moods, your symptoms, everything. So this app is almost like a pregnancy journal and a pregnancy advice app all in one, because every day they will give you little tidbits, little celebrity baby facts. Like today, it's telling me my baby weight. It's telling me a healthy recipe for this week. Like it's telling me what's developing in my baby. Like it's a pregnancy advice app along with being a pregnancy journal, which I love. I absolutely love. I find it's fantastic. So Ovia is amazing. There's also different things like symptom lookup, medication safety lookup. So if you're wondering, sorry, my cat just jumped. So if you're wondering about a certain medication, if it's safe for you, if you're wondering if a certain symptoms normal, you can just go on here and it's fantastic. You can also do things like record goals. You can read different articles. You can see trends in your patterns, see like if you're sleeping, because you can track your sleep. You can see if you're sleeping a lot. You can see if your contractions, because, not contractions. If you are at contractions, there is a spot to like record contractions. If you can see if you're having a lot of contractions over the course of an hour or 2 hours, and when's a good time to go to the hospital. You can record your kicks and see how your kicks, the baby's kicks are doing. It's just an amazing all-in-one app, and I would 100% recommend it. Not sure if it's Canada specific or not. I don't think so, because a lot of the measurements are in pounds, ounces, and like feet. Another app that I find is great for pregnancy specifically, but also just general life, is called Wonderlist. Just looks like that there, the little tabby tab bookmark. Okay, so this is what your Wonderlist looks like when you first go into it. You have your little login thing, your inbox, today, week, groceries. So you can make different lists and to-dos, and then it separates them into like, what to-dos do I have to do today? I don't have any right now. I should have put in to film this video. And then you can look at your week. What to-dos do I have to do this week? You can see what's in your inbox. Sort out my registry. That's in my inbox right now. So that's to-dos that need to be done. I find this app is particularly wonderful just because while you're pregnant, and I know this doesn't happen to everybody, because most women get this thing called baby brain. It leaves you a little lightheaded at times, and sometimes just not putting two and two together as you normally would. So this is a great way to remind you about things that you have to do throughout the day, about grocery lists, about different things, and you can even send it to other people. So like if I've put myself on bed rest. If you guys watch my other video, once again, I've kind of put myself on bed rest. So my man, he goes out and he's going grocery shopping tonight, for instance. I can do up the grocery list because he's awful at it. Like if I send him grocery shopping, no offense, honey, but if I had sent him grocery shopping on his own, he'd come back with a jumbo box of Pizza Pops, a couple boxes of Kraft Dinner, some chocolate milk, a few Red Bulls, and a case of water. Like that would be groceries for him. So I But with this, I can do up the grocery list and then send it to them electronically. So it's like, oh, here you go. This is what we actually need in the house. I find those two apps are perfect while you're pregnant. Now it's time for the not so goods, the pregnancy misses. So the first one, I have to say, and I might get a little bit of shade for this because I know this is like the best holy grail pregnancy book. But you guys know I like books, and I think this one's just not up to par with the other books that I've read, and that is What to Expect. I know, right? What to expect when you're expecting. I just found that this book was very drawn out, very outdated, like, wasn't as up to date as I would have liked. Like, it just doesn't, like, a lot of it's just really outdated. Like, it sounds like it's from the 90s, which is when it came out, I'm guessing. Or was it the 80s? I'm not sure. Once again, baby brain. But it was the 80s or 90s that it came out, and I feel like it really hasn't changed a lot since then. Just a lot of the advice is really outdated, and not to mention, like, it just didn't give a lot of to-the-point advice. Like, it would just go on and on and on about stuff that really wasn't that important. And then about the important things that I wanted a lot of information on, it just like blibbled over in like a little side tidbit underneath a picture. And it was like, you kidding me? I just read a whole essay on cravings, but you're not gonna tell me like how far apart my contractions need to be to go to the hospital. Like, I don't know. And it wasn't as clear and concise as I would have liked it, especially since it says clear, comprehensive right on the front. That's kind of what I was expecting. I know they've revised and updated it since this edition, because this is a bit of an older edition. I believe this is the 2003? 1 second, just checking. Ugh. No, this is the 2004 edition. So I know, of course, they've updated. It's been 10 years. But at the same time, even back in 2004, I feel like this advice would have been really outdated. Like, really outdated. So, sorry to everyone who loves this book. It might be more relevant in the States as well. It's worth a read. I just found that out of all the pregnancy books, to call this like the holy Bible of pregnancy books is a bit of a stretch. Next thing I have to say, which is a specific Canada thing. So if you don't live in Canada, you probably won't understand this, but this is the David's Tea Mighty Aphrodite tea, and this is specific for soon-to-be moms. Now this is a raspberry leaf tea, which if you haven't heard of, a lot of women drink to induce labor. And I have nothing against the way it smells or tastes. Like, I think it doesn't smell bad. I don't think it tastes bad. It's just the fact that every time I drink this, I get extreme contractions, which, great. That's awesome. I love that. So to me, it's just an automatic miss on that one, because I should be able to drink tea without worrying about getting contractions. Just saying. So this was a miss on my part. I had so many people recommend this to me. I didn't even buy it. My mother-in-law bought it for me. Well, my future mother-in-law bought it for me. So, yeah. And now I have a tin and a whole bag of this that's like never being drank because it's awful. But I get like the most intense contractions when I drink this tea. So I'm not drinking this tea. And I wouldn't recommend anyone to drink this tea. Last physical item I have to show you, and it's not even really a physical item, it's more of a suggestion, because it's not the specific item that I'm having problems with. It is every single item like this that I've tried, because I've tried about 4 or 5 now, and nothing's working. And I've been told by everybody that, oh my god, I don't understand, because it worked for me. Thanks, bitch. So anyway, I'm talking about stretch mark cream. And I have tried this one. This one is from the Honest Company, and it's called the Belly Balm. This one's more of an oil. I've tried oils, I've tried creams, I've tried balms. Nothing works. I still have tons of stretch marks happening on my stomach. And everyone's like, oh yeah, I just applied this one cream like once every couple days, and like I had no stretch marks. I have like 10 or 15. I'm only 26 weeks pregnant and I have like 10 or 15 stretch marks already all over my stomach, and I've been applying cream or oil or balm twice a day, every single day, religiously, and nothing is working. So to everyone who told me, oh, you don't get stretch marks, lies. To everyone who told me, oh, just apply some stretch mark cream and you won't get any, lies. Because nobody has been as dedicated as I am to applying stretch mark cream, and I still got tons. So, yeah, be the fact that I was overweight to begin with, and then I got pregnant. But this just does not work. Maybe if you are like 95 pounds and you got pregnant, this might work for you, but your skin's probably already has tons of elastin left in it, so it's not a problem. I remember I got tons and tons of stretch marks from puberty, and I used bio oil afterwards, and it completely lightens them. Like, they're completely white as your skin, because I'm frosty, you know? I'm like super, super white. So I used bio oil after my stretch marks from puberty, made them all completely match my skin, so you still have the stretch marks. There's no way to officially heal stretch marks if you haven't gotten the message. There's no way to completely heal them. There's no way to magically put your skin back together after it's been stretched, but you can lighten them, and bio oil did that 100% after puberty, so I'm thinking I'm just gonna have to do that. So if you are in the postpartum stage right now and you're like, the hell, like, none of these worked and now I got tons of stretch marks, try some bio oil. That's my #1 recommendation, because obviously there's no way to prevent it. Like, all these people lied to me and told me, obviously there's really no 100% way to prevent it, so I would just recommend bio oil afterwards. So that's what I really like. I hope you guys found this very useful. If you guys feel like there was something I missed in either the hit or miss category, if you feel like, oh, this product was freaking awesome, how have you not been using this, how do you not have that, comment down below. And if you feel like there was something that you're like, this product is absolute crap, I'm glad you didn't buy it, but I found out it was the worst thing ever, comment that down below too. You know, there's so much, like, when it comes to pregnancy, there is so much out there, and honestly, one person is not going to be able to review it all. So if you have something that you find is amazing or you find is absolute crap, make sure to comment down below. Also, if you've had a different experience than I had with any of these products, like if you found that a body pillow was absolutely useless to you, or if you found that like the What to Expect book was amazing, comment that too, because like I'd love to hear how things helped somebody else. Maybe find a way to use my useless purchases. So, well, what I'm finding now is my useless purchases. So I will see you guys next time, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Bye.